Hi guys, and welcome back to the Blues Focus channel for yet another match preview video. And if you haven't already watched the opposition view video, I assure you you won't want to miss this one. It was quite a funny one. I had a few of my mates come on. Other people might know him as Goalhanger if you're a Derby fan. But yeah, no, it was a good laugh. Definitely go check it out. Link will be in the description. But as usual with the match preview, it's another big game for Blues, isn't it? Really, isn't it? We win today, we're virtually safe. I don't know whether it's mathematical or not, but I know we're not far off at all if we win today, and it'd be very strange if we went down after winning today. Um, Classic Blues, though. But no, I pretty much guarantee safety if we win today, I do believe. But it's also a huge game for Derby, you know. I'll talk about their form more as we go into this, but I assure you it's a massive game for both sides. I'm sure you already know that. So what to expect from Derby? Um, they've always been known for their 4-3-3 sort of counter-attacking style. Season upon season, every manager that's come in, that seems to be the way Derby always play. Um, they have occasionally flirted with other formations, like a five at the back, once in a while this season, but it's not worked out for them, like it hasn't really worked out for Blues under Karanka with the five at the back. But funnily enough, Lebo is the first man I've ever seen make Blues work in a five at the back, but we'll come on to that. But no, 4-3-3 is probably what I expect. We'll see players like Joswiak and Lawrence looking to cut inside and make things happen down the wings. And then whoever's up front, whether it be Waghorn or Kazim Richards, they can both good strikers, both can cause teams problems. Kazim Richards was a handful at St Andrews. So hopefully we don't see that again. But no, they'll certainly be a very direct one route approach. You won't see. I think that's what Derby lack, a plan B, and hopefully Blues can take advantage of that. But we'll see. So, what to expect from Blues? Um, it's one of two things. It'll either be 4-4-2 with Sanchez and Bella on the wings, or it'll be um, the 5-3-2 that we've been playing quite a bit recently, to be honest. With either it could be Seddon or McGree at left wing back. However, I think it'll probably be Seddon and McGree go number 10 because we'll talk why shortly, but that does lead us on to injuries. Um, but no, I do think it'll either be one of those two shapes. If we're looking to match Derby, like we have been looking to match teams recently, I do believe we probably go for a 4-4-2, but I have been wrong with this assumption before. And Barry, you all know better than me. But if we were looking to match them, I'd certainly go for a 4-4-2. Um, so how could the game play out? I do think Derby will come at us early. I do think they'll try and put us under pressure. But I honestly believe if we get the first goal, just an early goal, I think their confidence will be shot because they are really down in the dumps at the moment. So I do believe if Blues can get the first goal, we'll go on to win like a solid, comfortable score, something like 2-0. But that's just not the feeling I've got, unfortunately. I do think Derby will put us under pressure and surprise us, and we could see a glimpse of quality. And it wouldn't surprise me if they went 1-0 up. But I do believe Blues have enough to get back into the game, and I'll talk more about that in my final prediction in a bit. So, form and injuries. Derby, 1 win in 12 now, I believe. Horrific run of form, which means they'll beat Blues, as we all know. That is, team who are struggling for form, come play Blues. We'll give you 3 points for free. So no, I just feel like that's always been the way that those sort of games seem to pan out for us. Unfortunately, the games we probably should win. However, looking at the Rotherham game, we didn't deserve to win, but I expected us to lose. To be honest, I won't lie. It's just one of them, banana skins. But we won. We saw it through to the end, and we got it. We got the job done. And if we could do that again against Derby, I'd be more than happy. I'm sure all the regular viewers will know how happy I will be. If we can beat Derby. I have just seen a comment on the opposition view video. Shout out to Niall Murphy. Very funny comment saying, I'd love to see Tom with another black eye if we beat Derby. So would I. I'd love to see me with another black eye because I'd just be happy that we beat Derby. It'd be well worth it. But yeah, no. So we'll look at injuries now. Well, I'll touch on Blues' form for anyone that doesn't know, but I imagine Blues fans will know anyway. What an amazing job Bowyer's done. 14 points in 7 games now, I believe, which is just crazy. You know, we drew our last game, but we deserved to win by a country mile. Forest were awful, and I think everyone would agree that Forest were drab. Right, definitely one of the worst teams we've played this season, and we should have won. We were just very unlucky. We were done over by a 50-50 challenge that was given as a penalty. Bowyer's comments were great, though, weren't they? But yeah, no, it's just one of them frustrating ones, really. But no, we'll get more into the predictions now. Anyway, actually, no injuries. Forgot to touch on injuries. So injuries for Derby: Lee Gregory, Tatum Mengi, Christian Bielik, Curtis Davis, Jordan Ibe, and Andre Wisdom. Majority of those are defenders. I do believe Mengi and Gregory have both gone back to their parent clubs, as have some other talents that Derby got in on loan. I think they brought in 5 loan players in January, and 4 of them have gone back. I think the only one who's still there is Edmondson, who's actually been all right apparently recently. Unlucky not to score against Preston, actually, from what I saw. Um, so yeah, no, it's they're definitely having some defensive issues right now, and hopefully Blues can capitalise on that. You know, they're missing a key player in Curtis Davis, who's a good leader, and I think that's what Derby are missing right now, a leader. So to lose a player like that isn't great. But Bielik was on fire for Derby before he got injured. So that has really, you know, flipped their season on its head, really. I do believe if Bielik was in that squad, they'd be doing better than they are, because a lot of their goals and just overall good performances were going through him. So to lose that is never great. And then Andre Wisdom has pulled up with a late one. However, I have heard Derby fans aren't too bothered by that, particularly my mate Golanger, who's not a big fan of Andre Wisdom's form right now. Um, I think Wisdom's been poor in the last few games for Derby, and that's frustrated a lot of Derby fans. So maybe this injury break will be good for him. You know, just re-energize and come back better. But I don't know when I'll be back for Derby fans, unfortunately. And then Jordan we all know how good he is on his day. However, he's just not quite got the fitness yet. He's been struggling for that for a while. But no, going on to predictions. So I do have for you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you're all wondering, guys, where's the podcast? Where's the podcast reviewing the Forest game and previewing Derby? Well, I'm afraid we were unable to fit in a time scale for that, sadly, because you know, just work and stuff. Everyone's busy. However, we do have a double whammy podcast coming up after the Derby game, the East Midlands review podcast, if you will, where we'll touch upon the Forest game very briefly, talk about the ref and Bowyer's comments, and then we'll focus mainly on the Derby game, whatever the result of that may be, and then preview Cardiff. So yeah, I do believe it's Cardiff who we have next. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know it's Blackburn last game of the season, and I think it's Cardiff after Derby, but we shall see. Anyways, but I have managed to secure predictions from Carl and John, so you get to hear a little bit from them, despite not having a usual podcast. But there will be a podcast after the Derby game, I promise. Um, so Carl has predicted 1-0 Blues. Lovely stuff. Love the positivity, mate. And then John has predicted 2-1 Blues as well. So positivity all around. We're all fancying a Blues win right now, apparently. I did predict on the opposition view last night that I've just got this weird feeling it'll be a 2-2, or even a 1-1. But I did say if anyone was going to win it, I do believe it'd be a 2-1 Blues. So if I'm going to be positive now, I'd say 2-1 Blues. But anyway, guys, that wraps it all up really for me. Thank you for joining me for another match preview. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please like, comment. If you haven't subscribed already, get subscribing. And if you're feeling extra kind, go check out the Patreon link in the description if you fancy it. And I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully Blues beat Derby. Come on, you Blue boys. Keep right on.